What's going on, fishing buddies? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to pack up the new Old Town Sportsman PDL 106 for a 4-day camping trip. This will be my 3rd year doing this trip. We go out to St. George Island, Florida. Spend about 4 nights out there. Started out with just me and one other buddy. Last year we got a 3rd, and this year we're going to have 5 campers out there. So it's going to be cool. So I did this video last year, but there are some tweaks, some modifications I'm going to be doing this year. I kind of learned trial and error each year I go out there. So we're going to get it packed up. I'm going to show you what I'm taking and how I'm getting it all in the yak. Let's get it out there. Let's go over the food items first. All this will be going, these empty containers will be filled with like meat. I'll probably do some steaks, maybe some chicken wings, some vegetables of some sort, and potatoes. I did potatoes last year. I pre-cooked them, put them in the refrigerator, and then stored them and transported them out there, and they were really easy to fix in the skillet. So let's go over this real quick. Just some spices, some vegetable oil, some crackers, granola bars, a lot of oatmeal, a couple Gatorades, peanut butter, trail mix, crackers, some more kind of granola bites here, potato chips, some protein shakes. That'll be basically all my dry goods. Again, I will have some meat in these containers. All the food items have been placed in this dry bag, this Plano dry bag. This thing is awesome, backpack style. It's actually got some more zippers, pockets on the side, but that will house all the dry food. Got that guy closed up. We'll get him off to the side. He's ready for packing. I will have a different cooler I'm taking this year. I just don't have my hands on it yet, so I'll just show you this to kind of give you a rundown, an idea. I will have my storage containers with the meat, veggies in the coolers. Use these little ice packets, this Nordic ice, and I'll shove these, as many of those as I can get in there, and then just basically top it off with some ice. Some fuel, a boiling pot, my little camp stove here that goes together like that, and a skillet. That's it for that. It'll all go in one bag. For my sleeping gear, sleeping bag, this is a 2-person tent, but I take it as storage. Like, it's like my garage out there. What I found after the first year is that everything gets wet, especially overnight with the dew. We left everything out like on a picnic table basically, and everything was soaking wet. So I learned from experience, and I started bringing the garage tent. This is my actual sleeping tent. This is just a 1-man little hiking tent. My hammock stuff here. So I have the hammock rain fly, the actual hammock, and the tree straps. My sleeping pad here, and then a tarp to put down on the ground to put my tent on top of it so moisture doesn't get through. Kind of leftover miscellaneous items is I use this, leave this as a skill saw bag that I have. So I use this to basically put all this little stuff in, cooking stuff, toothbrush, lighter, soap, a little sponge, some extra tent pegs, some trash bags. You will need those out there, soap, shampoo, things like that, hand sanitizer. So it all fits nicely in there. Multiple array of flashlights here. I got a couple headlamps just in case one goes dead. I got a backup, a little handheld. This I actually hang inside my tent. Works great at night. This is new. I will be bringing this to kind of illuminate the campsite. You know, we're allowed to build fires and stuff out there, but I think it's nice to have this, especially in the morning when you're getting up and you're getting going. I can just hang this from a tree basically and click it on, and it should have enough power to light us up out there. Some bug spray, some dude wipes, some solar chargers. I bought 2 of these. These are also new. These had great reviews. I just went ahead and bought 2 of them just to have enough. Doing a lot of filming out there, so if you're not necessarily filming or anything like that, you might not need this many, but these are new again this year. I'm excited to see how they work. Should hold up well for the filming, the charging of the batteries, the charging of the phones, things like that. Also got another little cheaper one there just for backup. A couple sand spikes. I will use this one to fish, and this bigger sand spike I will use to film. This is like my tripod out there. So again, if you're not filming or anything like that, you could definitely eliminate this, but this works well for me. It's easy to move around and change positions, so I will be taking that. In this bag here, all my clothes will go in. And I will use this this little shoulder strap bag, nice and small, to throw all the GoPro stuff in, really whatever else I can fit in there. Just get it all in one spot. And then the fishing tackle. And I will bring 4 combos. One thing I'm finding year after year is I'm definitely taking too much clothes. I get nervous. I'm afraid I might get wet or something. I need to change clothes. But in reality, the time of year we're there, I mean, mid-March, actually like moving into that 4th week of March, it's nice weather. It's a little chilly at night. It's a little chilly in the morning. Other than that, I mean, it's like in the low 70s. So definitely eliminating a lot of clothes this year because it's just unnecessary. It's those things that I take note of that once I come back from the trip, what I didn't use. And every year, it's a bunch of clothes. Again, here we are, the Old Town Sportsman 106 PDL. This is a little over 10-foot kayak. I have the exact thing. I have another one of these that I took last year, just a different color, that's it. I picked this one up recently, so I want to give it a shot out there. I've gotten it fixed up the way I like it. I will be using this to run guides and stuff with, but I am just going to take it camping just because it's new, and I know how she handles already. I've done some upgrades to this already. You can go back and check out some of those videos. I can link those in the description. Some rudder bolt changes, just little minor, cheap, inexpensive things that you can do to this kayak to make it perform better. Let's get this thing packed up. Gotta get all that in there, plus water. Last year I took 40 bottles of water, I believe, and I was able to get it out there. So I'm just gonna use that same method this year. I did leave a case of water in the truck. It's about a mile from where we launched to the campsite, and I left a case of water, and I did end up going back and getting it. As I was fishing, I just swung over there and grabbed it, because you go through a lot of water like cooking and cleaning. And that's something we're figuring out too. You know, as far as just drinking water, like, you know, you're normal. I mean, I don't think it's any more or less than your everyday water use, but the cooking and the cleaning, we were going through a lot. So 40 bottles of water might seem like a lot, you know, basically 10 bottles a day, but I'll probably drink 5 of those, and the other 5 are cooking and cleaning. All right, first thing we're packing is the sleeping bag. I use this to make a barrier because this has openings on either side here, and that's for rod storage. That's what this kayak's designed for, as far as why those are there. You can slide your rods down in there. I've gotten 4 complete setups in here before. So to eliminate stuff sliding through my kayak down in the hole and me having to fish it out when I get to camp, I take this sleeping bag and I just kind of make a barrier, and then I start packing in the front there. I got my tarp down in there, my actual sleeping tent, all the hammock stuff, the rain fly, and the sleeping pad all up here in the front with it blocked off so nothing's sliding around. And I got room here, and I'll start packing water bottles in there. All right, just packed 10 water bottles in there, and that'll do it for the front hatch. guy still closes up, sealed, tight, ready to go. With my back hatch under the seat, I'll get this plastic sand spike down in there. That guy will slide around, but he's pretty easy to locate. It's so long. A Miscellaneous Ryobi bag fits perfect in there. Kind of block him again, push him to the back. That'll make a seal back there from that opening. And again, we'll start shoving some water in there. And what I'll probably do is take like a towel or something to kind of block this other side. And I'll be able to line waters all in here, just kind of stack them up nice. And I could probably get at least another 10 in there. At this point, we're just gonna start building out the top of the yak. And I have it set to where I can sit in it. My pedal drive is all the way down. So it is sitting just like I'll be pedaling out there. So we just build here, we use bungees, we get it strapped down. It gets to be kind of like a puzzle sometimes, but it can be figured out. And you can do this with any kayak you have. You just have to kind of get out here, play with it, figure out what's gonna work, set the kayak up like you're gonna be in it. I made that mistake the very first year, I believe. It's like I kind of set up my kayak and I wasn't thinking about me sitting in it. And once I got to the launch, everything that I had planned was off. So definitely kind of get your seat positioned exactly how you're gonna have it. Get your pedal drive down if you have one. Get everything ready and start packing it down. All right, guys, I got the back loaded down. Kind of just give you a rundown of how I did it. I got my clothes, the cooler, obviously. That's my dry food. That's my cooking stove, propane things. That's my little miscellaneous bag with the flashlights, the solar chargers. I got my garage tent and my chair. I forgot my chair in the beginning of this video. Again, I think I forgot it in my last video too. It's a very important item to have. And what I've done is just use bungee system here. See, got a bungee running from here up underneath to kind of hold this chair and tent. Got it clipped to the other side of my chair with this little miscellaneous bag. It's not necessarily strapped in, but I have it clipped here from a clip that was on this Plano bag, and I have a little clip here on the bungee, so that's not going anywhere. I have used the Old Town's bungee system, connected another bungee to the top, run it through the little loop system there, and back down here to the Old Town's built-in bungee system. All that stuff is on there, guys. It's not going anywhere. Rough water, whatever. I mean, I would basically have to tip this thing for it to go anywhere. Now I'll get the fishing gear in there, and what I do with the fishing gear is I set it up exactly how I fish it. So all my tackle goes where my storage is, underneath here. I use my little side areas. I use this guy. So I'm not having like an extra bag of tackle. I go through my tackle probably 3 different times to really narrow it down and choose what I'm gonna bring out there. Again, it's real easy to bring a lot more than you're gonna use, especially regarding tackle. So I know what's out there. Again, this will be my 3rd year, so we're fishing for reds, trout, possibly be jigging for some pompano this year also. So I know what I'll take, and I'll be taking my twitch baits, some top water stuff probably, some paddle tails, jig heads, things like that, leader material, all this stuff that I already fish with. Just not gonna bring a bunch like I have been in the past years. Again, I take like 5 tackle boxes out there, and I'm really using 2. So just gonna narrow it down, cull through everything, really figure out what I'm gonna use this year, and just pack it up like I'm doing an everyday fishing trip. Then I'll just start packing waters again, Just any space I can get them, I'm packing waters. I can pack them all around here. I can shove some in there. I can shove some on this side, over here. I should be getting close to having 40 bottles in here already. And I haven't even used the landing net yet. I'll show you that trick in a minute. All right, in the front here, I have my new light. The charcoal I will put it in like a plastic bag, like a garbage bag. As you can see, I've used the Old Town's bungee system again, kind of wrapped the legs on that light in the front, and then just grabbed a bungee, used a Old Town bungee system there, ran it up through the handle of the light, back on that side. So that will carry all that out there, right in the nose of the kayak. Got my fishing tools on the side. Got some baits over here, all my regular tackle stuff underneath, my bump boards down there, my little emergency kit. I got my 4 rods on, so I have the 2 in the back, the one up here next to me, and the one in the Yak Attack accessory here. So I'll have the life vest on. And now to show you my little trick with the landing net, what I do is I shove that handle up under here. It's got this bag on top of it. It ain't going anywhere. And I can fill this net with probably, I'd say 15 bottles of water. So whatever bottles are left out of the 40, the 50 I'm gonna take, they'll go right back there in that net. They're not going anywhere. I can fill this guy to the brim with water bottles. I got my aluminum sand spike here, shoves underneath the seat, just kind of runs out there. It ain't going anywhere and it's not in my way. I still have plenty of foot and pedal room here. That's it, guys. That's how she gets packed up. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys, you know, somebody out there might be getting into some kayak camping stuff. I love it. I don't do enough of it. Yeah, I always talk about how I'm going to do it throughout the seasons, and I just never get around to it. So I really look forward to this trip we do every March. I'm like 3 weeks out. I'm already out here doing these packing videos. I'm ready to go, guys. So again, I hope this was helpful. This gives you a little idea. Just whatever kayak you have to get out there, you have to play with it, guys. Really, first you got to figure out, what am I taking? And I mean, what am I taking down to the food, down to everything, because what happens is you kind of get an idea of what you're taking, and then, you know, it's launch time and you've picked up, you know, 10 more items on the way. So really kind of prepare yourself. What am I taking? Break it down. It takes some time. It'll take a half a day to get out here and play with it, but it's well worth it once you get to the launch site, because you know how to put the kayak together quickly and you can get to your destination. Guys, if you're enjoying the videos, hit me a like, hit me a subscribe. It really helps out the rhythm of the channel. Check me out on Facebook, check me out on TikTok, check me out on Instagram. Till next time, guys.